What's up, guys? Welcome in. This is Casey at the Guardian Oracle 33. You know, I hope I waited long enough because every time I watch my videos back, you get to 33. You know, like I'm trailing off somewhere. If you guys are new to the show, what's up? My name is Casey. I am a psychic medium, intuitive. I tap into the higher conscious realms of awareness. I am a multifaceted being. A beautiful woman stuck in masculine energy. Somebody help me. So we're calling in the feminine warrior. The spirit was willing, but the flesh was weak. How does that saying go? What's up, guys? I need to turn it up. Of course, we're gonna do a spiritual awakening. Spiritual gifts, and that energy's back. You know. There's a lot of shit going on right now. Miss Casey, hello, beautiful soul. Hello, Bill. Hello, Bill. I love you guys. You and your animals. Hi, Micah. Jason. Your kids cracked me up. That snowman you guys built was amazing. You know, I wonder how many people get on here and they're like, oh, you know, she's always talking to her people. And it's like, I don't know. I have a hard time just getting right into the message sometimes. But that's because I believe that the message is always the message. You know, maybe there is, you know, not to play on words or anything. Not to be that guy. But maybe there's a message here. At least for, you know, one or two of you. Hello, Alicia. Bill says we love you. I love you guys too. Hi, gorgeous. Love and blessings to everyone. Hi, Robin. Robin, I haven't seen you for a while. Quite a lot of shit, I might add. I love you. Oh, gosh. There's the energy. She's back. Guess who's back? Yeah, I don't know. I think I get soul retrievals on myself when I've been doing a lot of heavy handwork. You know what I mean? And yes, I build houses for a living and I shuffle cards, but I'm talking about you know. I've been really working with energy in some way, and last night I just got to share with you guys, you know, because this is my channel, I'm going to have it my way. I wanted to get into a little rap there, but I'm not going to do it, you know, because I'm just, no, thank you, I'm not trying to sign any record labels or deals, you know, just solo dolo over here. Isn't that a song? But I got in this space where I was talking to Jason. I think I just left a comment, the art of pain, for those of you that don't know on here. What's up, guys? What do? I have the gift of gab. I do a lot of things. Getting the message out ain't one of them, obviously. Welcome in if you're new. I read oracle cards. I'm a goofball. We hang out. This is the tribe. Welcome to it. Everybody in the comments is real nice, unless you're not. Dun dun dun. But Jason and I were talking about, well, damn ya. Damn ya. Pick you up and stand with you. What? Oh. All right. Where were we before the standing ovation? I'm talking about energy. In some way, and I can't remember what, because fuck, we talk all the time throughout there. But last night, I don't know why, but it was like something clicked in my mind where I bypassed, like, that mode that has to make shit make sense, which is, you know, sometimes, I'm just gonna keep it real, it happens to me a lot, you know. The less shits make nonsense, the better off I am. Like, I don't want to know anything. All right, love you, girl.
Love you.
Yeah, so I bypassed it. I don't know what the code is. I'm trying to get back there. It was pretty amazing. one, I'm a very emotional, intelligent being. You know, being a starseed and origin from Pleiades, I'm very connected in that way. I would say it's a more of it's on a soul group level. You know, where I'm personally, for me, my help comes from, and I can see the whole goddamn council right now in their white robes, sitting in, you know, Valhalla, up in a ship, and that's probably what the ship's called too. If I was gonna name my ship, the Valhalla, you know, I'll see you in Valhalla, and I'm like, I knew it was a fucking ship the whole time, and so that I get beamed up. Did I make it?
ED has affected my confidence.
Of course the ad's gonna come on.
Sherry says it doesn't matter, but it matters to me.
You made it. I'll see you in Valhalla, brother. Hoorah! We're on a fucking ship? Look out the window, don't you see? Hey, who's driving this fucking thing? 22, I don't know. You gotta be For those of you in little greys, you've got to be this tall to ride the ride. I am 36 years old going on 3. Get your shit together. We've got stuff to do, over. Okay, but I'm just going to ask one more again. Who is flying this ship? Over. Because that's who I'm trying to talk to. So I guess when I bypass this stuff in my brain, you know, that's the shit, Robin, we were talking about, right? That fucking Willy Wonky shit that fucking gets in there. It's like, no, look at me. You know, flossing the boobies when you're trying to think good thoughts and you're like, what's wrong with you? Anyways, I bypassed that. I got in and around there. Whatever that means, but I was there. And I started, I don't know why, but I started thinking about energy, right? Because at first when it started with the hand movements, it was foreign. Then, I don't know why, but some Jackie Chan shit came online, right? And I love this because this is spiritual me learning with all the humor and just, dude, I get in the kitchen, I get down, I'm like, I do, and I'm like, I don't even know, but it feels so good, and I just get into it, and I'm like, okay, I get goosebumps, and I'm laughing because I'm like, who am I, you know? And I'm like, dude, this stuff is awesome. So then I started, you know, over the last week, kind of just started, when I move my hands, like feeling what would energy feel like. Because if I'm energy and I'm connecting with energy, I want to feel like, you know, when you put your hand over the top of a trampoline, or you can come close to the stove and you can feel that it's heat. You know, like, you just know. Or when a water rapid's going really fast, you know when that's misting, you know, the sound and the vibration. You know it's fierce. And I wanted to know, like, what the fuck am I working with? Because not only did I start to move it and feel it, and then I started seeing the greens and the purples, you know, a lot of indigo. And it is just insane. So these things start forming in front of me, right? And it's like a translucent, I guess you could say, you know, and I can see it form, and it does beautiful things, you know. It'll do like old English cities, or it'll take me to the middle of India, and I'm just looking at all this and I'm like, this is so wonderful. Like, how am I experiencing this, right? Whatever that bypassing was, it's like I hit right into the main chord of whatever my consciousness, you know, my soul's desire to experience is, but it's like I get to experience it on a deeper level. So yeah, if you drove by if you ever happen to drive by the farm and you seen me out there like this, doing this shit, and all of it, you know, with your hands in there like you just don't care. And I was. And I fucking didn't. I didn't give two fucking shits, you know. Sorry you had to see that. But if you only seen what I seen, it was magnificent. It's like you can't tell a soul. Even if you wanted to, it swears you to secrecy. This depth of spirituality, if you will, coming to thyself, thy Christ, whatever you want to call it. You know what it is because it sucks you in, you know? It magnetizes you, your heart beats faster, you're in awe and wonder. you almost you do a double intake on the in breath, you know, and you just kind of almost forget to breathe for a minute. Your body naturally catches up on it for you, because whatever it is that you're experiencing is way outside of yourself, but so within. Because like I said, I'm made of energy. I wanted to connect with that energy and what it would feel like. So I asked, show me the colors of the energy, because I only want to feel it. I want to see it form. I want to see it, you know, what can it do? And I was doing it, right? My higher self, me, my, you know, because like I said, I work on a soul tribe level. Like everything, it's like in pairs of 12s, you know, and I don't know why that's important, but it's in pairs of 12s that this is done on my level of what I'm talking about, this connection. So, and I did channel 12 earlier, like a dash. I don't know. I heard a dash above. So, this is the connectivity I'm talking about when we get into what is spirituality. You know, I'm not trying to be like everybody else and you know, I want it to be sincere, and I want you guys to understand when I'm talking about connection, put a capsule on it, a fucking name, spirituality. I'm talking about when it encapsulates your being, when you're drawn to the essence of, you're fucking experiencing something that is so benevolent. The way the water comes in, the way you see faces in the clouds, the way the wind blows a leaf right onto you, the way you lean out into the wind and close your eyes, you can see everything and nothing at all. It's that you're so small and so big in it. That's the feeling that I'm talking about. Hi, Apple. Jason's kicking ass. Newbies, don't be weak. And you know, I'm so glad you said that. Because, you know, and I hope when you guys, your intention when you connect with me, because this is coming through universal flow. The more you connect, it's not about connecting to me. It's that I am a conduit, you are conduits. When we intermingle, even just through this, we create a flow of energy that brings in, even though we're speaking of things, yes, that the physical being knows, other things are being transmitted and relayed for futuristic events to come back and to look at and to observe, because there's overlays of timelines that will merge, and this somehow is going to be an answer that somebody's looking for on whatever it is. So, and it's going to go back to somebody wanting to understand conscious evolutionary flow, an engineer. It comes back for training, and it feels like, you know, the way that we do what we do here. And I mean that in all ways. Yeah, the level of connection is, it intensifies, you know, and Archangel Michael, I ask you to guard the gates as I channel these messages. I call on the benevolent beings of the light. I call on my star tribe, any tribe of benevolent beings that are working with, or the higher selves of others that want to come through this, who, you know, this is the conduit to deliver the message that being's physical vessel needs, so it can make the connection with the higher self. Sometimes it takes other people to come in and to say something, you know, and we can do it for other people all day long naturally, because we just flow. But when it comes to us, right, there's that block that I was talking about that you bypass so that you can have that higher connection. And it's I want to say it has to do with it's judgment is what it is. It's judgment, because judgment is what creates separation wholeheartedly between good, bad, evil, love, light, judgment. And that's the same thing as, well, that would be somebody's perspective, right? So I call in these beings to channel these messages for the highest good of all, for the collective that will watch. My intention for this video is for those who need it and are truly seeking for the path and the higher wisdom that their soul needs, that this will be transmitted in energy and find it on its way. This might not be some of your messages, and for some of you, this will be everything in it, your message. For some of you, there will be bits and parts. For those of you that watch because you like the way that it flows here, you're always getting messages. That's why you come to this channel, and I get it because there's always something going on. That's just how we roll. Lurker disciples, hey, what's up? Hi, Gary. I'm a rocket ship in your hearts to the moon. And I made it without you. Okay. Here we go. I demand, declare, and decree that no weapons formed against myself or my listeners will prosper. Any energetic gateways, portals, ties of any bits or refractions will be put back in their proper place and where they belong. In divine universal order, cosmic flow. Sharate ke tera tera papa paye sharate kere tera tewe kerate shikete yasarate kere tera 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 paye kerate sharate kerate tera pa yushutu teke tera tera to yesha papa yerate ke se kerate rate mo papa ye kerete ye ke te sharatu. So mote it be. All right. Spiritual awareness. Spiritual awareness. Aware of the soul and the spirit at the same time. Yes. Yes. Okay, this is going to flow. So, this is going to jump around, and it's never, I don't know why, I just feel like saying that it's not in order. Although alignment is here, 1111. It sits at the front of this. And past life soulmate. Don't know why that's prevalent here, but even in the beginning, I can't remember what I just said. So we're talking about a spiritual gift, and it feels like first thing I want to say is the way that you affect others. And the way that you affect others is very much tied to the experiences that the soul wanted to have here by harnessing their cosmic intelligence, their higher dimensional wisdom, the cosmos that lay within. It's like each planet is tied to an organ. Each star system is tied to, I hear the retina. To make a connection to your higher self and yet have the emotions to feel, to not know, is above all one of the greatest honors to come and serve on this planet. You are a magical being with the whole universe waiting to assist you. Can I talk about the cosmos? See them in our mind? It's like even through the bloodstream, the cosmos run through your being, and that's what's got you connected. That's that. And being in under the stars and connected in that cosmic energy. It's like it doesn't matter wherever you are if you step out. You could see ships, stars. You could see the entire sky shift towards you when you get out and you look up into the sky. Whether it's an illusion, right? You know, fuck, I might be stoned and is that star moving or is it just me, you know? For those of you that are just, you know, high on cosmic love and light, you know, that when you have that connection, I tell you, the shit that scares you the most and the things that you most of the truest things that you will ever discover are here are the things that, one, won't make sense because you've been told lies most of your life. Two, because you're breaking down everybody else's paradigm outside of your own soul knowing. And when you start to make this connection with that higher aspect of yourself, you know, you're experiencing I ask my guides, what does this energy feel like? What am I moving around when I move my hands? I want to feel it. If I'm energy and this is energy, I want to experience it on that level. And I asked, but I believed in it too. And we're talking about a placebo effect, this godlike effect, right? The placebo effect is you healed yourself by thought. Well, that would make you a creator. You know, it ties to so many things when we're talking about healing words, thoughts, and we're looking at the cosmos within somebody's mind. You know, people come and they get brain cancer, or, you know, the body in the DNA is always accelerating. DNA is so intrinsic. It's like the cosmos I'm hearing are hidden within the DNA. Universal planetary systems, codings, makeup, the way that it was designed and how it interacts with other things. So that's why waking up, you start to connect not only to this planet and what you're in, what you're experiencing in your physical flesh. You have these emotions. By this point, most of us who have awakened have, some people come and awaken, but some people, they search their whole lives for a connection and they lose their self in the midst of it all because of the emotions, you know? They lose that connection to the heart. Magic. When you're a kid, magic, wow, Santa, you know? The Easter Bunny left eggs. And that, even that, it's like we came here to experience those types of things. And I don't know why the soul keeps bringing that forward, because there's some part of a resonant energy that ties the I want to say the genealogy from the, I heard nomad's land, unmarked destination. I heard sorry, we're closed. Maybe not knowing where you belong, okay? Let's say that. So when you connect with something, if that's an aspect you chose to come in the soul to experience, I would imagine when you start to experience your soul, whether you do this through yourself or somebody else, people can trigger this. The way that when we make eye contact with people, the way that people look at us, the way that we communicate, our humor, we feel like home to other people. So now you're starting to connect to people that you don't even know, but you have this infinite amount of love for, and it's shared through an electronical device, right? Which is a electromagnetic frequency, it's a wave. But on top of that, you're also receiving the Christ conscious flow, evolutionary flow, because it's tied genetically as something vibrates and reverberates into somebody that you have. So it's about compassion, and that's what brings in the unconditional love, because on a soul level, something's being recognized. Now you're having this ability to recognize this and understand these things, because the isolation and that loneliness, after experiencing almost like too much chaos, see, we get into it and then we get out, and then we'll come back in again for another, you know, until, you know, we realize that we're originals. We don't fit in. We don't. Because your remembrances are too deep. You know, when you have pain, it's different than when other people have pain, because you're trying to figure out how it's tied to Saturn within the heart system of your 5th house in the, you know, ascended moon sign of Pisces. You know, some people are wired like that. When I talk about coming in awake, sometimes when you lose the closest connection you ever had in a past life regression, one of my very first lifetimes I remember where I felt pain in my soul, right, was I was dropped off from a ship, and when I was on the ship, I was telepathically speaking with my family, and they all had big crystals in their forehead. And I remember when they dropped me off, I didn't see my body. You know, I didn't know what I looked like. I was just in the air. It felt like maybe, I don't know what I was now that I'm thinking about it, if I was a soul but it was all sand, and there was pyramids, and it was darkness, and it took me a minute to see, because I first get dropped off and then I get taken back to, well, how did I get there? And then why I sat, and I was in this regression. I'm going through, and she's like, what does it feel like? I said, it feels very dark. It feels very alone, and I don't see anybody. And she goes, do you feel anybody? I was like, I don't feel anybody anymore. She goes, okay, well, let's go to the next part where you see something. So I started seeing pyramids off to my left-hand side, and they looked almost like bunkers would be on a military base, kind of. It's weird, where they cover the bombs and put them. It was interesting, but I didn't see anybody. It was like everybody was gone, but the pyramids were there. It was empty. And when I finally, she brings me back to why I was so sad, like I started crying because I felt like I missed, I don't know who, but I was missing, like, my soul. I just said, I just feel so alone. And, you know what I mean? It feel the light, I guess, is what I'm saying, you know, as I'm describing it now. I didn't feel the light. I didn't feel that connection, you know, how I would describe it to the stars, in electricity in a way for me. The Holy Spirit, whatever you know, in whatever terms, however you identify it, to me it feels just like this. You know, I've always known something's there that I've missed, and I feel a lot of you do too. It's within you. You know, and you have these eyes that can see things that others can't. And you become a mystery, even to yourself. So I'm in this dark place, and she says, well, how did you get here? And I said, I got dropped off. And she showed me, and I said, well, it was my family. So then I looked at them, and they were tall, and I would say like a grayish blue, like an avatar kind of looking skin, you know, and they were beautiful. And it's not that they, it's just their energy. They're so pure. You knew they loved you. You knew them on the whole level. Like there was, because you just knew everything about each other. It was pure. But I don't know. Them dropping me off in that ship on that planet or wherever it was. I guess it was a planet now that I'm saying that. It was so fucking saddening. So in that past life regression, and when I cried in my regression, I mean, it came from the deep within, like, you know, when you lose a parent or a child or something real close that just, it aches in your heart, aches in your throat. I felt that sadness, and it was dark, and it was so, and that's what I'm talking about here. It felt like that so many times now that I'm even talking about it in my life around 1 million people. But then when the people were gone, then I didn't want to deal with, you know, some of the stuff within myself. And I'm saying this as a collective, you know. So that pain or that wanting to know or experiencing, see, Spirit showed some of you guys some dead-ass miracles. Whether it's a portal or light bulbs going off or phenomenon or, you know. And you can't tell anybody about it. And that's why it's a secret. Because even if you wanted to tell somebody, you know, you could never describe it to the energetic frequency of that experience. So because they haven't experienced it and they're programmed to not, it's very hard for them to understand. You might get you know, but, you know, for those of you that see piercing eyes through walls, reflections, scry into water, for those of you that musically, any way that you work with spirit, through Reiki, through crystals, through meditation, just putting your feet in the ground. However, some people, I see somebody right now playing a set of drums and just getting into their, you know, I don't know, it's like they go in a trance. It's interesting. It's amazing. It's like somebody just rocking out, and I could just see them with spirit, and that's just the way that they do it. And that's how I explain, like doing my hand movements lately, my Jackie Chan moves. I've been doing these, and when I do it, I'm gonna tell you the goosebumps, how good I feel. I can feel the whole Holy Spirit and just my higher self, that connection, like every fiber. And I say Holy Spirit, right? Because we talk about it to put a name on it, but every fiber of my being in my electrical just starts going off all around me. I can hear it, zzz, and it starts connecting to these different bandwidths. And here I am once again, alone, looking out the kitchen window, having a cup of joe, and I'm experiencing this through the numbers on the oven. Looking outside and just feeling like whoever's in a damn ship above is in this room with me now. You know, I'm serious. it glitches out and goes to an ad.
Natural detox.
Confirmation.
Delightful lime taste.
I heard limerita right now. A limerita. Having a hard time seeing my screen for some reason. What's up, Hot Rod? Hi, Mariah. Is Patrick in here? Hi, Patrick. I send you love. Thank you guys, all of you. I love you. Thank you so much. Hopefully you guys are resonating with the energy I'm putting out. You know, stay connected, feel that conscious flow. Because even as we speak about things, it kind of stirs something up within our chest, within our being. We think back to small photo clips of memories we have in our head, or times where impressions like that have been made on our soul. You know, and our expression, we're not in our full light to express our truth, you know, to be authentic. Maybe we're already hurting and down and out when things happen. And that's what leads us to this spiritual awakening. You're experiencing things alone. And now you wonder why you needed to be alone, so that these, so you could get with you. Because when you're by other people, you put so much time and energy into love. You know, you're charismatic. Here, you need a blanket, or I set some towels out for you, or hey, I folded your laundry, it's on the end of your bed. I know I'm like that, you know, because I like energy to be, people remember how you make them feel. And you know what, when I get nervous, I'm focused on service. So when I can put out of my head, maybe, okay, instead of being frustrated because things aren't going what I want, maybe Spirit's trying to show me, hey, focus on service over here, you know, set the girls down and let's color a picture, even though you have dishes and laundry and other things to do, you know, focus on service. And that's when you get in this mindset of connectivity, right? So now you're drawing a picture, you know. For me, Patrick, he's like, I like the rainbow in the back of on your fridge when I was doing videos inside. And I said, you know, actually, I colored that because I am like a kid like that. So as I'm coloring that and I'm using different colors, like spirit, even in that moment, it's spirit, thoughts, whatever you want to call it, thought forms, you're connected, okay? You have these tethers that go out and they reach out into the stars and into your family members, your soul members, you know, your galactic beings. You know, if you reach a level of a high vibration and you can telepathically communicate with your soul tribe, good for you. You know, you bypassed a part of the matrix. You know, you now have full telepathy. You're now communicating with your soul family. You know what I mean? And you're going to start seeing them all around, okay? Because their avatar is also, well, you guys will see. This is, I'm talking futuristic here, but aren't we always? Because that's where we're ruling from. So that's where this channel is coming from. These things come back online, and that's why we're getting into alignment, because this vibration comes that wakes up this bandwidth of electricity. It's like a rocket shooting through the sky. It has to do with motion. It has to do with, I'm hearing the circumference and the velocity at which something, the trajectory point I'm hearing, you know, that's what it's about. It's metaphysical. It's metaphysical. So, this is a new energy, and it's going to be able to be used and work with through some of you. And some of you, you have this wisdom and knowledge that comes online. It's inventor mode. You're creative. I wanted to say you are let's say, it's not artificial intelligence, right? It's pure intelligence within a physical vessel. So it makes you, it's because it's being grounded by a warmth of a body with a soul. It's the generator. Okay, so because you have a live physical body and you are a cosmic being, but yet you have the spirit, right? You come in and you fall through the veil. You go back to this origins of you. You are an original, so let yourself follow your own heart. You have this ability now to be alone and see things that you weren't before. You are connecting with things because you are a brave soul. You know that you have this warrioress spirit. You know, and it's the way that your mind is a battlefield. And that's why I want to say you have a warrior spirit, because the mind we talked about in the beginning, in the beginning they say there was no, I remember I talked about bypassing this. It looks like a fuse, the way that Spirit's showing me it, an energy into the energetic grid. So, and somehow that plays off of the body through the chakra center. So it looks like somebody puts a chip in the car. You know how that one insurance company does to see how you're driving or if you're braking or how fast you, whatever the fuck. Tracker, basically. But it's within the energetic grid, and somehow all of us are subdued to that. So it does look like a grid. It looks like I can see, it looks like lined graph paper, right? So it looks like it folds, it goes up, and then it folds over. But then I see like a big conductor. They're showing it to me in my mind, like the big conductors where you turn on those big, but it sends out like huge volts of electricity that go into this amp. And somehow that affects the grid on which we're existing in the frequency of, well, the meld of mind, body, and spirit, so to speak, because the body is recalibrating constantly to, when the planet's aligning and you're aligned with the planet and you're becoming one with all things. I want to say that. Because you are. When you're connecting to the stars, you're connecting to the plants and the trees. I heard oxidization. It's like the star seeds are a seed for Earth, So if you resonate as a star seed, this communication comes online because we're talking about telepathy. We're talking about waking up to. That's why it could feel so out of balance sometimes, because it's like balancing the cosmos within your being. And they're showing me as emotional intelligence, these seeds of emotions. It looks like that runs through the chakra center, and somehow that affects the light body. Okay, so they're showing me like the Merkaba, the light body outside of that, and somehow that is the grid. Those are connected. So it's spheres with triangles inside that omits the energy. Okay, so this, like I said, this is very futuristic. It's a mobile, I'm hearing. So, I want to say you are chosen in time to receive these messages in this way. Literally like a rocket ship could be prevalent here. I'm telling you. Because this is the communication. And I don't know why I want to say that. It's alchemical. It's like, I want to talk about quantum. In some ways, what happens on a layer existence in a fabric that's physical, it affects the cosmic, it's like cosmic layering. So those two things are merging through the fuse. So the fuse is like, the old fuse is like burning up and is not as strong anymore as you elevate. So you're able to come around this fuse. They show me in the mind and the body and how you connect with your cosmic layer. So like I talked about, I asked to touch the energy as I just move my body, just as I sway, allow me to feel the wind, the air around me. What color is it? And even right now as I'm doing it, I'm seeing waves. They're like S curves, like this, of purple and green. The purple's in the front right here and the green's in the back. And I can see other wisps of white light that come in. So now I asked Spirit, I said, I want to feel that in my hands. So it comes in as warmth, tingling, but it feels as if, like I was moving it. You know what I mean? It was the atoms, it was connected to my cells, it was one. So then I'm like, okay, so now I'm watching things form in front of me. Am I doing this because I'm making this connection? So Spirit's showing me whatever these inventions are, right, that are coming through. This is a channel. This is exactly how it starts. It's wanting to understand how something feels. I don't know why the rocket is important. Centrifugal force. It's talking about something coming in. It's what is it called? Revolutions per minute or per millisecond, or the speed of light. It's like the speed of light, and something, and somehow whatever ascending, and it feels like it's tied to cosmic energy. Okay, so I'm trying. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get this out. Yeah. Sit in the seat of the soul. Sit back into the seat of the soul. There are you star seeds, and I want to say that. So if you don't resonate with the star seed, then this probably isn't your message. Or out cosmic energy is what I'm talking about. This is for those of you. Because I'm talking about higher intelligence. I'm talking about inventors. I'm talking about coming online to create some of the most amazing energy-free, neurodynamic. What is it? I'm hearing polymer, pythylene, or it's something. It's like an advanced technology. They're showing me like how compressed cold air, or whatever this is, it's like, I want to say it looks like steam. Maybe it's steam, but it looks like when it's frozen. You know, when something goes so fast it gets cold, or what do you call that? It like goes so fast it freezes. It's like the way atoms move in it. Neuro. It's like something goes fast and it goes right into, and I don't know what the fuck this means. So if you're a starseed and you are into whatever I'm saying, this is a message for you. You're getting signs about inventing, because they're showing me Einstein and Abraham Lincoln. And they're showing me how their works tied, and they were both receiving messages about similar things. That's why some things in history, disputes, feel like they're tied, or somebody was stealing somebody else's work. It's not. If you're going with this right now, it's not that somebody's stealing your work, I want to say, but it's that they're working with the same galactic higher consciousness that you are. And it's like, who, and I said this last night, I think, Jason, am I wrong? Whoever gets the message is who gets the blessing in a way, you know, who gets to invent it. And it feels like somebody's being intrigued or inspired to, or getting the communications that they need to do this, to let them know as a confirmation, yes, continue with that. Nitrogen oxide. Nitrogen oxide. It's fast. So then they show me like the planet ascending, but it's not. It's like, so the rocket. I'm hearing neurodivergent right now. So does that mean neuro, mind, divergent? So not neuro, going around, neurodivergent. So going around. Okay, so what people would consider as neurodivergent, guys, give me, am I right? A neurodivergent would be neuro, the brain. To diverge would be to go, well, fuck, not in any one direction, right? Divergent, not going forward. Yes, okay. So neurodivergent. So when we were talking about bypassing, so when I talked about, I asked to experience that, they showed me how I went around something and connected to something else. So this is about neurodivergence and moving fast, like nitrogen oxide. So it's alchemical, Platonic. I'm hearing like Platonic incisors. I got trucks driving by, revving up their engines. Excel. So I'm hearing Excel. Accelerator. At a very forward, fast-moving motion. Beings are going to start to interpret higher dimensional technologies through, it's like they're showing me it's a whispered state, but it's even if they're showing me, even if somebody's not, okay, you don't have to be spiritually awakened, you could be a scientist, you could be a doctor, and you just listen to these types of things. I don't know if somebody is, and it's like you took a break on some work, right? You took a break on it, and it feels like there's a few of you that are working on something, you know, and then you take a break on it because Spirit's like, you know, it's just call it a night or something, and then you hear something, okay? Some of you are going to get a message where you hear something direct, and you know it's tied to the cosmos, you know it's tied to this, I want to say like stardust, you know, and I don't know what that means because now they're showing me nitrogen oxide, like it's how it's so cold, so it's so fast, but a star's supposed to be a flame. So now they're showing me like how a rocket ship, a physical thing, is affecting. So the fire is affecting a physical thing to go in a specific direction. And now I heard California. So these are going to be about resources. So these inventions that come online, like you're going to take a break on this, and then you hear, it's like it comes to you. And it was so simple, you know, or somebody else has this idea. So it feels like, one, if you're working on something, and I'm talking like cutting edge, and this finds you, just know that this person, because you might be spiritual, but somebody's not. Somebody's like a straight up fucking scientist and doesn't, you know, understand or believe in the connection with the spirit to, you know what I mean? They don't know. They need to know where the fucking soul or the spirit goes to. Because I'm talking to people that are doing like it really, really very advanced work or are very spiritual and getting this information. So I'm trying to keep this as general as possible, guys. But it is general because in the general public is going to start receiving these telecommunications, these bandwidths. They're showing me like people are going to look at each other like with X-ray vision and be able to see whether it's okay, we call it a spirit, but in that terminology they're showing me like a circuit board, and like when a virus gets on it, and it's showing me like how it's black, so it's like the overall programming of all the souls that run off like a huge solar panel on this planet. It's like once you come to this grid you have to go by their rules, or you know what I mean, the soul has to mind because it's through electricity or electromagnetic frequency in some ways, but that also affects the planet. So now, as the planet's ascending, scientists are trying to discover a new way. And I say it's a secret early, okay, because this is a secret. What you're going to experience, you couldn't tell anybody if you wanted to. You couldn't describe it. You couldn't explain it. You might feel like you forgot bits and pieces. You'll remember what you need to know. But you have a role on this earth to bring forward cutting edge for free energy, geothermal heat. We're talking about fresh water, where I talked about it in a personal read tonight, where the Ethiopian kids, who are also an experiment through DNA, right, how they're drinking out of puddles, pesticides, fucking bacteria, shit, you know what I mean, to shit water. At least ours is getting bleach poured in our shit water and kind of getting spewed back out, but it's somebody gets the message about what's to come. This higher galactic wisdom and knowledge is going to come through many beings. And this will, everybody can do it. When they're connected, everybody can do it. It's putting energy, free energy, us, our souls. Okay, we connect. So we're connecting. We're doing this through body, mind, and soul. And intention. And we're touching the water or walking on the water. What? So we're walking on the water. So what does that mean? We're above it. Okay? So alignment 11:11. In the free energy, that's how Jesus walked on water. What? Walked on water. It's like the energy that moves is so fast, it's like hydrogen oxide, okay? So it goes fast. So it creates like whatever energy is underneath your feet freezes, or it transforms it real fast. So that's a fucking miracle. When I'm looking in my mind's eye, I'm like, you can put all the science on as you want. From my standpoint, that's a fucking miracle. Because I'm watching, I'm in my mind's eye, you know, I'm standing right there at the river, and I'm watching Jesus stand on the water, you know, and he's outside. I'm in the boat. Fuck, I'm in the boat. You know, why am I in the boat? So anyways, I'm out, I was floating in the boat. I'm standing here in the boat, right, and I'm watching him, and I'm like, so you're not really walking on water? And he's like, what the fuck? Because it's like the elements move around so fast, or calls this energy, and it's like, because they want to talk about science. It's not a fucking miracle. It's in the Bible, okay? But you get the message. So it's here all along. Neurodivergent. So able to bypass something all along. The water. The water was stifling the ability to bypass something within the grid. For some, that is a message, okay? Yes, but I'm also looking futuristically at moving past that smaller aspect of something we would consider a rock in the road to something on a much grander scale that we would globally. Water. See, because the water is an accelerant. It's like the water was put on this planet. It's cosmic water. What the fuck? So when you walk, if I could walk on water, if I could find some way to prove, if I could walk on water, would you believe in me? You know it's true. Huh. Okay. And the DNA reacts with the water. Because the DNA remembers, just like water remembers through the way that the atoms move in the molecule. So does our body. We're made up of the water. Okay, so we have this ability to, and I'm seeing this, somebody finds, well, one, we connect. And when they say we all are one, that's one. And it feels like, I don't know how, this is going to sound insane, but it feels like 144,000 because they're putting that number, but I'm seeing 144. I'm not seeing the 1,000, you know, but I heard 144,000. It's like, you know, when we were younger and they had the globe, and we'd have them in school sometimes, and every kid of a different race, somebody's clicking here with me, with a different race was holding hands around the planet. And I remember saying he's got the whole world in his hands, right? Because it's every race that comes through. It wasn't about black and white. Yeah, it was race. Light rays. Race. Species. Okay. So now, must be something in the water, 'cause every day it's getting colder. And if only I could hold you, you'd keep my head from going under. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. It's a deep dive. Guys, I'm seeing like Jesus walking on the water and using some sort of energy that would be generic. I want to say generic for carbon. Now, what is that? I heard carbon monoxide, but what is it? Nitrogen oxide. Like, you know, it's like ice. It goes to ice and it steams. Whatever it is like it's alchemical. So somehow they're showing me Jesus Christ. I don't know, on his sandals, because his sandals were like wood or something, and they used that with water and stardust energy, cosmic energy, I don't know, genetic, because it played with the water. So even our own body's physical makeup, it was hidden clues that are left on this planet. It's like how we work with dirt, how we work with water. It's like, you know, people have those jets that they go up in the water and they're, you know, go around like that. It's like we can do that naturally with our own energy is what they're showing me. And this is what this is about. Moving at the speed of light. Something comes back online. And a lot of people are going to understand this. And once one person does something, somebody else remembers. For others of you, it feels like it's a very powerful group of ascended masters in physical form. Okay. So it feels like the 144,000, you're talking about masters. Okay. So they're talking about masters with that number. It's a 9, which is the completion of all numbers before it gets into mastery. Okay. And we pulled 999 the other day. So it's a frequency. It's a resonant frequency. See, this is how I've been tying this together too lately, and I knew I was getting onto something, because it's how what we would call in religion or spirituality, spirit, God, source, then you look at it from a scientific point, right? And then it has a different meaning and word and vibration to it, because it's alchemical, it's fucking bio, it deals with the it goes to DNA. It's how DNA reverberates, okay, with elements, and that is the magic. Okay, now as a collective's doing this, or working together, or doing it at the same time, it's like summoning more of that energy, so to speak. So it's allowing the planets like an anchor up here, and as a lot of us get on the same wavelength, you know, whatever that might look like, even just, you know, when you get intentional, when you bypass that curve in your brain and you're like not, you're just absorbing it, like Jason when you're the eagle, or, you know, let it go, let it flow, or when you're having the binaural beats and you're feeling it, you know what I mean? It's like feel, it's about feeling, okay? Because I said I wanted to feel. So it's about tying feeling, senses, the body, with energy, to future intelligence that's tied to all of that within us. Because they learned how to store it within something very, I heard fragile. I don't know why my voice cut out when I said that. Is that my voice? Is that me in the future fucking sending my DNA back here and now I'm just decoding it with my little green guy? I'm gonna fucking laugh so hard when I get in year 5055. I swear to God I am. I'm gonna be like, you had a little alien. You knew it the whole time. It was me. You fucking got it, lass. You fucking got it. Tying shit together real good here. Okay. I need to take a break out of that energy because it's so, fuck. So you're saying there's a chance. Wow, getting in that energy, it's like I literally stepped back out. Because you know what they do? They suck me in, okay? So when I'm doing this, guys, and I'm looking, like there's fucking 6 cards on the deck. 7 to be specific. 7. Thank you guys for hitting the like and subscribe button. You guys are awesome. I hopefully you guys are digging this. I can't see the comments very good. It's a little bit darker in here, but I seen Jesus' shoes. I'm standing on a fucking boat. You know? So I just did that. It's like I'm experiencing things firsthand from an observer's. It's like I don't know. I get to move moving the consciousness. Set into the seat of the soul. So moving the consciousness, because it's tight. So the consciousness is tight. So as I open up, so that's energetically, right? So that's when trust and all those energies aren't affecting my emotional body's not affecting my energetic body. And I'm saying this as a collective. I know I'm saying me. I'm just trying to put it into what they're showing me. It goes in a loop, and they're showing me. You know what they're showing me right now? The recycling bin. You know how it has that triangle and the arrow goes over? They said that's what this means. Able to recycle energy in the triangle. So in the future, so that's what that means in the future. Because it's intelligence. And the body does this because we don't need the food. We don't need the food. Not with that boxes and stuff. That all goes away. So it's the triangle. We reverberate and take things out of orbit to bring new in. So all along that symbol meant in the future, so it's foretelling. Look around at all the symbols and the signs that you see, it's foretelling. Symbols. So that symbol for the recycling bin is what it means. I heard the three corners of the world, they connect. So the triangle. So somehow something, it goes away. I'm like watching it dissipate. Like how fast Jesus, could take a step in whatever those wooden shoes. Oh my God. Those wooden shoes and the nitrous, his energy that his okay. I'm sorry, I can't find the word. His DNA, but it was in the energy, and then when it gets by the water, and then the power of thought, like he was in the vehicle. So I guess it just goes. You know what I mean? Oh, so things that have a symbol and sign now are foretelling for the future. And that's so funny because they're showing me my company's name, which is Angel Wings, sticking outside of a circle over the globe. And it says Angel Dynasty Master Builder. So in the future to come, I'm building a dynasty of angels. Who's in? What's up? Did you say master of all? Master of none? Absolutely. You want to come play? Be kind, rewind. Oh my gosh. When I'm in this energy, they just take me. It's like they're moving my consciousness. Like whatever's behind my eyes, because I can see it. It's a part of my lobe. So is it pineal gland or it's the methalysis? Methalysis? Themalysis? What is it? The methalysis? Am I saying it right? Is with an M? It's yeah. Okay. So when they're moving that in me, I'm moving that in them. So they're taking that, whatever that is, whatever it's connected to within me, it's already there. So it's like a switch goes on because we bypass this fuse within the brain. And it's tied to the emotional body that keeps us stuck from connecting so that we can have the pure water. So when it goes back to the heart, so all are one. So when we hold hands in different races, okay? So I'm trying to figure this out. So they're showing me, okay, so many beings possess many different types of DNA, okay? Hybrids. Just because you look like how you are. I'm talking about see, when I talk about DNA and then I talk about the soul, there's a computation. It's like that E equals MC squared. It computes it. And it's like, it's not negotiable. Nobody can interpret. You can interpret it, okay? Because that would be like the Akash in a way. It fucking just goes to a place and nobody has an access point. But some do. Oh, but some girls do. Like girls like me. So 144 Ascended Masters, okay? These are going to be different races, but the race is already within the DNA. So it's awakened DNA that inhabit the alignment of multidimensional races, which actually then acts as a conductor to seed a different race here through those energies. Because it works like that. Because it computes like that. Because as they combine hands or they awaken it only takes a few. It's like 100 soul light, 144,000. I hear that, but in my mind's eye, I'm only seeing the 144. So I'm hearing something and seeing something different. Hearing something and seeing something different. Okay, so don't be deceived by the outside appearance of things, because races, they are DNA. Okay, so everything is about DNA. Okay, and those of you that are awakening that and aligned with the cosmos, however you look at it, Spirit shows us. They laugh because it's cute, the way that the way that we put names on stuff or define it a religion or we call it a heart chakra or you know what I mean. They're kind of giggle with me when I in my mind, because I'm talking right now. I'm sitting with them. And when I say them, it's like, I want to say I'm sitting with Buddha and he's laughing and I can see his belly. He's like, but we go back to putting names on things. So it's already within the DNA. So it's like an energy that's in the DNA. So yes, it's a part of us. Okay, so it's talking to, this is going deep. Huh. Yeah, and he's sitting crisscross applesauce, and I'm like, how are you doing? And I'm still sitting there, and I'm talking shit right here. I'm like, do your balls hurt sitting like that's a big boy? Gotta love him. Well, it's me. Those are, if it's all connected, those are my balls, and this is my jokes. Oh my god, this is so funny. I cannot with them. I cannot with them. Are those your balls or mine? They're ours. Oh, I don't want to share balls with you, big man. Oh my god. You're gonna love me. You're gonna love me, Buddha. Oh my gosh. I and you, we're talked about DNA. You done got the DNA. The DNA. It's in your DNA. Oh my gosh. Balls are in the DNA. I can't. See, and it just gets like this. It's like so. Oh. Crimson and clover. I'm hearing that over and over. Oh my gosh. I don't know where it comes from. It's so cool when you get into like these different pockets of you, but it's electricity, but it's alien, and then it's DNA, and then there's something that fucks with that. It's just, I don't even know, because there's not mother trucking words for what I'm experiencing right now, you know? And I'm not on shrooms, but I feel like I'm definitely on a fucking trip. You know what I mean? Thank you guys for holding space in the light for me in the quantum field, because I can see you guys doing that right now. Some of you, just you're being here. So thank you, because this is, and it's you, this shit's part you guys too, you know? See, the connection is so, well, it's DNA. It's in your fucking DNA. How many times am I gonna say it? Wow. See, and it takes that thalamus. It's gonna fucking bug me. Can somebody look up what thalamus means? Your heart has always known the way. Simply trust it. Be the brave and authentic soul that you are always destined to be. Everything is unfolding as it should be, and it feels like that. Dun dun dun. Just take those old records off the shelf. I can see somebody just like, yeah, mother. Like, I getting downloads and like uniting people and bringing things together. So it's been a long way around for me to talk about your spiritual gifts, but all of it's a message because there's clues. You know, I'm fucking spy with my little eye. Something purple. Hypothalamus. Is it in the brain? Maybe it's a spiritual term. Thalamus. Hi, Cindy. Akashic field energy and quantum fusion. Refactors fit some of what you're saying. That's a good way to put that. Refractors. A mirroring. Okay, so refractal so through the genetic. Decoding. I'm hearing evolutionary descendant. Your hypothalamus is a major gland in the brain. Okay, thank you, KK. Whatever that is what they're showing me. They're like, I'm looking at my brain, okay? So even when I'm talking to you guys, like I'm here. So you guys might be experiencing this because I do this on my own, but I've never done this in public. But I'm not. You know what I mean? It's weird. I feel like even connecting, I'm moving my, see what I talked about. I'm here talking to you, but I'm in a different room having this Like I'm sitting with, they all just pop in. It's like different councils of light or ascended masters or whatever we would see or picture them as. You know, they're coming through and they're, you know, and then some of them are working on my brain. I can see it, but it's like they don't work on it. You know, it's like this. It's like the foresight, whatever that is. It sends multiplied, magnified field. I'm hearing magnesium. Substrate. I don't know what that is. But it feels like, magnesium. So calcium. So something gets, it's an artificial hardener is what I'm hearing. So it gets on the brain. So anyways, it shows like how we bypass this as a collective. It's not so much, yes, it's the awakening, and we're doing that because that's playing out here. God, I'm so excited right now to say this, and the star's just like, oh my God. Every night, what time is it? He's a little late tonight. And he's just slowly, solo, moving that way. I can't see anything but indigo in my eyes when I look at that, with a heavy gold light in the middle of that star. So it's not something that we do. They're doing this, and I don't know why I just want to say they, because I heard, you'll understand in time. See, they're talking about tribes. So they want to bring in confidence and hope within this. But it's playing out here, because they want to say the planetary movements. They're showing me like this, okay? The planetary movements, this alignment, this conjunction. I don't know why they're doing this, but they're like, because somebody knows the planets are bullshit or something, you know? Because that's what holds this grid. These planets that are around orbit this planet, they are the grid in a way. You know what I mean? That's that chip. Okay, because those are programmed to at a different age. They're programmed to a different age. So it's like those planets, it's like those are being upgraded, okay? So that when they have an effect within our genetic system or our birth chart, if you will, whatever those houses are where they're at the time of birth, okay? And then how we elevate in frequency as the planet shifts, right? It's playing out to us in relationships, home, family life, career, through the duality is what they're showing me. But the planets are like the chip, I guess. And it was programmed to be like this for now until we, because people are ready. They're showing me there's a lot of people are a lot more adaptable and willing to allow, from where we've been, they're like, whatever the fuck works at this point. If I have to work with a green guy to have peace and solitude and pay my rent, it's like, I'll do that. You know, not only that, but they're fucking super cool, and I get to speak in the mind. You know what I mean? It's like, people will really start getting that, and they're getting this in their dreams and day visions and things that people say or they tap into. A lot of people use oracle readers or tarot readers as ASMR. You know what I mean? Some people just need that in their ear, but their subconscious is constantly, everything that you hear gets taken and stored. Now, what's stored with strong emotion behind it becomes like the trauma. You know, now that's kind of something that's probably stored in the DNA. Now it's being triggered as other planets. So they're showing me everything is playing a role. So when your things in your life are feeling out of balance, it's because it has a lot to do with the planet. It's being upgraded. But it looks like one of those big fuses in the pickups, especially a diesel pickup, the big fat fuses that are right over by the battery. They're showing me it like that in a collective stream of flow, you know, and how that, and then they show me it in the body and the brain. It's like, it's so weird how they can show me a million things at the same time. I'm ingesting it right now, like I'm getting all these messages. My physical body's having a little bit of a delay trying to decode it, because it's still wanting, my brain is like still wanting to pick what I think would be important instead of allowing the flow to come through for the message. But you guys get it. So this is kind of what they're working on, is others becoming channels, you know, learning how to work with that so we can bypass that. Whether you're touching energy, moving energy, feeling energy, that's what it's about. You know what I mean? You feel what's in your hands. Yeah, you don't have anything in there, but you have so much in between your hands, you know? And I can feel like a ball start to form inside my hands, and it can be representative as like even the heat from the candle gives it an effect of tangibility. So it feels like, in a way, this upgrade in the spirituality and these gifts that come online for, God, I love you guys. Do you know that? I love you guys so much. I get to investigate this stuff with you. Do you know how cool that is? And experience this. Most of the time I experience this shit and I don't tell anybody, you know? Or I write it in a journal and then my family's like, yeah, cool, whatever, you know? But now that I have a channel, I get to express this, okay? Express this, mother. You get it? It's about, okay, I get it. It's about expressing. So that's where the expression part comes in, because that's what's helping with the vibration. Because now we're having this connectivity. So now we're taking it from in the classroom to home. Okay. So it's happening on layers. So it's playing out in relationships in such a way, but you're really sorry, not sorry, they say. But when you made a soul contract, you chose to ascend as the planet would ascend. You know what I mean? Even if it did look really fucked up in your relationships and stuff, you either followed suit or you don't. And for those of you that are like online and came back online when they turned on that big switch, some people didn't come back online, you know, because of the out of balance with the toxicity in their life. Some of you have and are, because we talk about an original being here and somebody who's connecting to a higher galactic aspect of their evolutionary self and soul. You know, notice the face gets blurred out in the light and the back's turned here. It's like you're going to create, that's what they want to talk about. This all comes about to, so we get our messages a lot clearer and clearer, and it has to do with not for purposes to divination, spy and shit. Okay, they want to talk about, I keep saying we, so I guess I have a mouse in my pocket. We want to talk about inventions, okay, advancing. And when I say technology, I'm talking about things that are not, they're not technical. Okay, they make it look like it's so technical and we need all this. It comes to the mind. It's simple things that work together, and it has to do with energy, radiance, a little bit of science, and just an open mind, because it's already there. It's already in the future. We're seeding it here now because we made it past a certain point. So now we take this and we are incorporating it into lots of minds, bodies, and souls. Those that are coming online are receiving the dreams. They're becoming more surreal. They could, some of you are in like a stagnation because there's more you need to know, because things have changed quickly over the last week. So if you felt like you got stuck on a project, please just buy time, because the 7 comes out again. I said over the last week, in alignment, 1111's here as I say that. Something shifted. Ad comes on. It's 6:44 on my laptop, so that could just be a confirmation. 64 likes, 48 in here. Thank you guys for hanging in here with me. This has been to me, a magnificent read. So, but we want to talk about bringing forward. Don't be fearful of what you perceive that could be right along with AI or something that's scary. Trust the intention behind how you're receiving these messages and your intention behind delivering them to society, because you would not be given this information if you couldn't be trusted with the secrecy behind it, I want to say. So, and when I said secret, like some of you are literally going to have first contact, okay? Whether this comes in energy, dreams, whatever way that your soul chooses to interpret this contact or have that in the physical, but it is in the physical realm, that some of you are going to experience this, and it's like a translucent body shows up right in front of you and then takes form, you know. And I don't know why I said that, but things are going to start, you might be getting glimpses, because they're showing me how I started seeing these things form. So now they've given me glimpses of beautiful places. Now it's like a being appears, you know, the voice behind the curtain. That's not funny. because I say that. I'm like, I just want to know the voice behind the curtain. They're like, you, oh my God. And I got kind of scared right now in my stomach. They're like, see, because that's when you know you're not ready. As much as I want to see them, I'm like, the voice behind the curtain, what do you look like? Are you going to bite me? And I'm like, fuck it, let's go. So they're giggling with me right now. They're laughing because they're showing me like that's kind of really where humanity's at. We're trying to find hope in humanity again. So people who've been through stuff that come back together that share wild ideas. Fuck, I don't know what happened to us in COVID, but whatever. We're the ones. And we that's why this expression, like me going through this with you guys, 44 as I say this is what's so important about me sharing my dreams, my past life regressions, my doing these reads in a little bit different way. I mean, we did water signs, and now, you guys asked for spirituality. These guys knew what you were going to ask for. They had me start doing the surveys. They knew this was coming. They're showing me it's advanced because it was planted. It was planted, it would come about, and everything is aligning to that. So at this point, some of you, I just want to say, you don't have a choice. You do. You would be very disappointed with yourself on a soul level, and I want to say that from a human perspective, okay? Because in the soul, there's not disappointment. There's only eagerness to try again and to evolve. But from a perspective of here, you would be very disappointed with yourself if you didn't take this risk. It's going to feel risky, I guess. And it's about speaking up about it and coming out of the box. And the secrecy that you're shown and these vivid imagination, okay, that you get, that's how they deliver it to you. It might feel like imagination or just like, oh, I'm making this up, but please know that that is direct divine guidance. So draw it out, plan it out, keep it, because some of you have a really good photographic memory. You can call it back, but maybe notate on it, because the secrecy part about it is that it's so elaborate that you couldn't speak about it if you wanted to. One, because they're showing me like they'll mute your mouth, or what you could say it, but somebody else would interpret it, or they won't be able to hear, or something. It literally, you can't fuck it up, even if, because sometimes people slip up and stuff. So like they can void out communication to where, or rewrite it, almost manipulate it the way somebody perceives something. So I know that sounds very interesting, but not that anybody's going to have this contact and want to go spill the beans. I mean, some people do, but the people that are going to receive this aren't those ones. They're going to ask diligently and respect the counsel of which they're working with, because it is very guided. And a counsel does come through this. It's telepathy that you're receiving. It's just not audible right now. That is going to come back online as well. Whatever's shaken up in your life, there's some things that are getting shooken off. Once those dissipate, and then because they have to, that's part of your soul contract. So it's experience you chose to experience. So once that's solidified, and definitely is when you go on this mission, it feels like of self, and with whatever it is that you perceive it to be, and for each of us it's going to be different. It's because it comes in the expression of which we perceive. It's our expression. So how we see it and how it shows up for us physically is actually a part of our expression. Okay, so that's what they want to say. Good night, Hot Rod. I love you, babe. I know today when I did Hot Rod, I was like, when I posted love read, spiritual read, or general read, and then when I type in love read, I could see Hot Rod roll her eyes. Please, not a fucking love read. And I was laughing so hard, and I was like, spiritual read, Hot Rod's gonna love this. So it just feels like this communication comes online for a lot, Very whimsical, okay? And don't be in a state of fear, because this is not what this is about. There's nothing to be afraid of. Absolutely nothing. And now I'm being told right now, some of the contact you guys do get, you think it's black magic. It's not. It's just things being, it's like a timeline's collapsing kind of, and it's like the rug's being kind of pulled out from under it. So even if you wanted it to exist, it can't. It vibrationally can't, because you're at the vibration of where it's coming to, that, you know, that's your destined for the work you've done, that's the seeds you've planted, so they futuristically, they know this is where you're going because of what you've already planted. It's like they're showing like a payroll cycle. You know how you put your 2 weeks in and then you get your first paycheck that way if you want to say fuck you, you know what I mean? They can have a paycheck to take money for tools out of or whatever. It looks like that in energy. We pay it forward kind of, and that's kind of gives time for balance. So if a tower moment comes in, right? And I don't know why I keep doing this, but because they're showing me like the intellect from how we perceive it in spirituality versus galactically, intellectually. It's just because we have emotions, they're saying, and that's okay. They're saying there's nothing. They just want to express that there's the difference. It stems from the humanism and the emotions that come along with the game, I guess. And it's not a game. They want to say that because they don't take that. You know, they enjoy this experience to seeing their seeds grow. I want to say that because it feels like, you know, we're seeded, and if they're very proud that they could put something back online and into motion, and it plays out in your life as leaving a toxic ex or family members that use you, loss or whatever it looks like, because we talk about that too, and now I see how they intertwine, you know. It played out in that way, but the timeline's collapsing on that, right? The rug's getting pulled out. I can just see like a hovering road in the sky, and it's just the asphalt keeps falling, and somebody's, you know, they can't because they won't exist. Okay? So they won't exist if so I guess if you stayed, somebody would die. I know it sounds really crazy, but that is the thing, because that energy can't, not on a level of which, and I don't know how that works. I can't pretend to know. And maybe when some people do pass away, that's why, because that the only thing tethering them to here was the last soul thing they had to work through with you. And some pass away with many things they didn't get to do. You know what I mean? This is all kind of making sense. Thank God. I hate to be up here talking for nothing, huh? So, the seeds that are waking up, a buggy, you didn't fucking go far. He made it just a little bit further out. That star is so bright and so close. It plays out in that way. And it's like they want to say sorry, you know, I'm seeing it in sign language. Sorry, not sorry, because this is about something bigger, okay? It's about growing seeds. It's about DNA, okay? And we're a little bit behind, if that makes sense, for some reason, okay? So things are happening at a rapid rate, which is playing out in the universe. Why am I saying the universe? Because the planets, okay. It's playing out in the universe like chaos, magic, lower entities and deities, you know, and those that do rule in the dark, that's just free energy that maybe they manipulate in some ways to have them carry something out. But it's just because that timeline elapsed anyways. It's not like there was a contract left for that purpose of that expression to be here. This is very interesting. With the way where we're going right now, it's just so interesting. So if you're asking how do bad things play out, you'll understand. So they just say thank you for your patience. You know, we want to say thank you for your patience. We want to say thank you for allowing yourself to recalibrate through these existential crises. You guys, they're giggling. You would call a midlife crisis, if you will. We're honored to, you know, get to observe and have you join us as in an observer. You know, they're saying you don't remember, but you guys, you know, we're having constant meetings. So this will become apparent in time. They want to, those other things, those other vibrations have to fall away. You know what I mean? You have to make the final choice on some things, and then you move forward. It feels like a lot, I guess we all are in a way, working with our evolutionary descendant selves in some ways with seeing this knowledge here now. because it's in our DNA. So we carry it, and then our soul expression with that plays into the elements of the earth. And so, yeah, I guess you could say chosen, okay? But when those things fall away, this becomes more prominent in your life, this ability to channel or this ability to receive unmistakable divine guidance. You know, you no longer have to reach for things to connect, and then even when you do try to connect it, she's so funny. She's showing me like a kid when a puzzle piece won't go in and they're just sitting there, you know, kind of how we do that. And I'm laughing because I'm like, yeah, I do too. I do it like a baby, you know. Fuck. Because we are, you know, in this, how we are right now, yes. The seeds are obviously where they're at, where this communication's coming from, okay? These seeds of cosmic wisdom and knowledge that live within your very being, your DNA, your genetic system. This is the communication that we're receiving now, saying everything is unfolding as it should be. So when you make the choices, please know that they do have, they do come with further extensive opportunities to learn. And I see one like, oh God, you know, or your soul finally receives the lesson, you know, what it needs, the letting go part. It feels like a purge of not making sense of things, to come into alignment with true discernment and knowledge and wisdom. Because when you align with the right people, some of you have a new love coming in. I'm going to tell you that. Some of you do. Because they're showing me that. See, now you aligned with the right person. And now you have the freedom to be elevated to somebody who's open-minded and handpicked for you. They're showing me, because this seed was also planted in this person's mind at some point. And yes, you know this soul. You know this DNA. It matches. Very, very similar. The races that hold hands is what they're talking about, you know. It's so cool. Oh my gosh, it gets so deep. It's embarking on a journey, man. And you walk through the door. So they just say it because that's how we would say it, through the door. And when they say that, it's that other lever gets switched on in the galactic space. Okay. And that DNA is activated. Now the planet made it out of that, and that when you fall off that energy from your own vibration, because you're here, you know, you rise and ascend the planet because you have the genetics and the light ability, the awakeness to connect, to help Gaia and be on a mission, and have an experience here. So you become in full alignment, that the triangle, you know what I mean? It's a evolutionary process they're talking about right now. Very beautiful read. So I guess to sum it up is there is a lot of information in here. I feel like most of the time I'm looking for a moral to the story is, but the moral of the story is there is none. What's being created. So stand sturdy in where you've come, because they love how I talk about, and I hate when I say this because it feels like I'm bragging. I'm trying to be I'm very humble about this. But there's just a way they're showing me that my own energy works to ruminate. I guess that would mean move around, right? Energies of love, you know what I mean? Or what it's like a motherly, feminine energy. And it brings that in. So when we talk about emotions and healing things and what we've been through, because it comes through that frequency, it's like the mother healer type energy. And then we have a communication about what you've been receiving, things start to make sense. You know what I mean? When you look at it in that way, and that is the key. Really, communications is key. Hi, Rana. Hi, Dee Dee. Thank you, Gary, for the $4.99. I appreciate that so much. Hot Solstice, what up? All right, guys. Well, I am going to close down this channel, but before I do that, I am going to see if any numbers want to come out. I know this, for some of you, this isn't going to be your thing. And if not, that's okay. I have other reads in the live section that you would like. I will continue to ask the collective. Oops, and I almost put those in upside down. Okay, so 777 comes out, so 7 seems to be the magic number. You could be a life path 7, born in July, born on the 7th day. Okay, we've got unexpected shift, and that's exactly what this feels like. It's like however the whole planets, our planetary system runs together. It's like all forged together, and it's all, I'm not going to say controlled, but activated by us working simultaneously with the future, if you would call it that, because I don't have the word. Okay, we've got 0505 out here. Thank you to everybody for hitting the like button and being so supportive. I love you guys. Hi, Zeus. Hi, Jagacat. I know. Thank you. She says, I love this channel and everyone here. We have some amazing souls in here. You know what, Jason, I was thinking? I watched one of my reads the other day and I could not see the live section. You know, normally you can switch it to the right and you can see the live chat. I couldn't see it on that one and I don't know why. Did you see 505 today? This is 0505, but that's a great, same sequence, sequential numbers. Did Jason go to sleep? Okay. Oh. Okay, unexpected shift, divine intervention, sudden challenges, love, pleasant surprise, and a gut feeling. AA, this number serves as a gentle nudge to pursue whatever interests you most. It's possible that something could rock your boat, but you will end up exactly where you belong, which could be in somebody's arms, your dream job, abroad, etc. Etc. Play on words, huh? So we're talking about that seeded spiritual wisdom and knowledge, the inventors of us that come in and help the planet to evolve, right? Clean water, getting rid of toxic food that's patterned and programmed to disrupt seeds that are here. You know, that's kind of the nasty part of this planet, the trickery, right? To keep we don't age. They're showing me we don't age. You know, our bodies. We shouldn't be aging like this. We're meant to live for a very, very long time. You know, 500 years at least. They're showing me 505 years, you know, as life expectancy. And we're even starting to see that decrease a little bit. So this is why this is coming through, because if the people are dying, we're keeping the planet alive, so to speak, right? Because we're the light, we bring in, we germinate things, we harness the star system here on Earth in a way to advance it, and seed those energies into the crystalline grid. So that's what we're here to do, you know. For those of you that I'm speaking to, this is where this information comes from. It's about advancement of the soul, yeah. But the souls together, when they advance, it brings, we can harness more light, and we open up that DNA code so we can vibrate. So then our DNA is telling the universe, I need a higher vibration to survive, and the universe complies with that to keep it in universal, because we have contract with the universe, if that makes sense, you know. Okay, so we did 0505, 7777. And they're talking about numbers that come in fours that are sequential. If it's 1, 2, 3, 4, or like 3, 3, 3, 4, 4. When it, hey, is that a rabbit? Am I tripping? I just seen a rabbit run in my backyard. And I've only seen one rabbit going on these dirt roads. You sent a fucking rabbit, did ya? Perseverance, change of perspective, reflection, inner strength, wisdom, and enlightenment. There is a need for a change of perspective on whatever has taken over you now. If you want to succeed, you need to keep going down the road that you are on. Reach for the wisdom within, and then you will just know the right steps. I spoke about the soul is what has the free will. The soul has the higher aspect, okay? That soul had the free will to come in and experience this earth with the contract that it had. Now, when we're not in alignment with our soul's purpose, right? Its free will, and we go against that is when we get entrapped into this earth. And we're not listening to our higher self. That's why we also speak about spiritual awakening and healing traumas within. This is a multifaceted channel that talks about, yes, what's going on. A lot of times when things come up or synchronicities, one, some of you are on a life mission to uncover secrets that you've been searching for, and those come through this channel. Some of you are having a hard time letting go of others, and I can feel when that energy comes through my channel that start to watch, but I can tell we're back at like incorporating new souls or new people to the crew, and you kind of see how we flow over here, you know, because I can notice when we get more subscribers, then we kind of get sucked back into what, and no judgment, the different vibration that other readers read on outside of, it's a different vibration. I can see when that comes in, but I also see how spirit works through to get the higher mind to start working, to bypass that frequency within the mind that is very domineering. You know, it's the fuse, and it has to do with the planets, and it's programmed with it. It's part of our contract in a way. So when we start to wake up and we follow the higher soul's calling, so we get intuitive, we listen to that. We know how to not get trapped in cycles with people that are unhealed, because you can see it on them. You can discern when somebody's still lingering. You know, it's one thing to linger, but somebody's just, you know, toxic, or, you know, still wants to be noticed for being beautiful or handsome, or their way they fuck, or whatever it is, but it's so surface level and never lasting. You know, it's an empty, it's a hollow win, you know. And a lot of those of you who've been in relationships like that, those people are now figuring that out. And we are now stepping into realizing, okay, that's what's collapsing either way. So I do this with courage and commitment and honor to my soul, because I want to put my soul first and follow that. Not what, because I couldn't figure it out, or it didn't work, it was somebody else's problems. Trust the fucking universe and keep your ass going. If that motherfucker is supposed to be in your life, the bitch will be there. And I mean that with respect. Fuck. Can we get on down the goddamn road? Taking the Lord's name in vain. You fucking terrible sinner. See, what happens when you ascend, you look past things like that. Somebody's like, oh God, you're going to hell. You know, it's just breaking out of, like, even that. You just ascend, you just look at shit. Look up here! You know, you just look at stuff. As soon as I say that, I see the star out further and the ad comes on. 7:08. Be born July 8th. It says naturally approved. Duh. But when you step into the seat of the soul, because as I start to lose the channel, or I get overwhelmed by the energy, my mind has a hard time, because it feels like it puts it in, and I need to say it in a way, and it's like it's trying to go past that. But when it's like that higher aspect of myself comes through, and it says take a breath. My favorite, I thought, was the breathing in, you know, that big deep breath. Turns out I like the exhale now, because it seats you right back in your soul, and then that channel becomes open. And you only do that when you become in alignment with that higher self, that aspect of yourself that's knowing, that has the free will. So really, when you're getting your ass kicked and flung around, it's your higher self or your soul that's actually doing it, because you won't fucking listen. You know, and the soul wants to experience some of it, don't get me wrong. It's not like, oh, it's going to be hunky-dory. But to the fucking extent, like the fucking horse is a skeleton. There's no more water to drink, and you can't beat that fucker any longer. It's gone. Those bones are dry. Those are dry bones. When we call out to dry bones, come alive, come alive. When we call out to dead hearts, come alive. And it feels like that's what it is. Coming alive, alive, alive. We're fucking I'm not leaving this bitch unalived. I want to leave this hoe with my fucking body. I do. I picked this avatar. I have a few things I'd like to, upgrade. But outside of that, I'm good with this one. You know what I mean? And if I could take it 500 years and go to different planets for a while and fucking experience life, like I said, honor the soul. When you honor the soul, you live forever. You do. Truly, if that makes sense. It doesn't, because some things just don't make sense right now, but they will. Alright, I'm going to tell you guys good night, and I'm going to get out of here. Rana says, I feel like you took all of us in a deep meditation. Rana, you know what I was thinking about earlier? And I feel like that too. One, it's the lighting. So my guides have been having me do this. So it really, I think it's the vibration of that, okay? And not that fucking Philips LED shit. I don't know why, but my soul don't fucking like that light. I don't. Certain lights affect me. I don't like it. But I was talking to my guides earlier, right? And, because they were showing me, they're like, you're gonna start growing, and you're gonna progress really fast. And they were talking about things looking different. Then it's gonna be different. So I was like, fuck, I wonder what it is. What is it gonna look like? And I think it is just a fucking storyteller. You know what I mean? But able to do it. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I should write a kid's book. But it was like taking them on a meditation, because I listen to the guided meditations with my kids at night for the little kids, and they love them because it's a mommy reading the book, and then they switch, it's out in the stars, and they go to a cave, and they talk about old Ireland. My boy, when he comes to, Mom, can you put on a Sleepy Time story? We'll listen about Ireland and the magical land that it is. And my son, not even 2 minutes in, he's snoring. He's like, Mom, I love it when you play those. But something that takes the mind on a journey, because in a way, when you say that, all of us have an ability to lead others back to a journey, right? Whether it's the way I say things, the vibe, the channel, the channeling, right, that comes through, what mood we're in. The universe is setting the stage for all of it to take us on a journey in some way, and we're doing that. And I think when we do that together, and you guys are seeing kind of and picking up and in tune with my energy and me with yours, and that would mean we're seated together and we're doing this. Obviously, it's connected. It's coming out of my mouth to yours. It's so profound, and it is a journey. And when the creativity is what they want to bring forward on that, what it feels like, it's not what people say, but it's how it feels. And when we can think about it in our own mind, it does create this emotional attachment to us. It makes us feel, and that's the journey too, as they're saying, is it's tied to the soul. You want to come in and experience, see, and I don't get words for it. It's just, and I'm sure you guys do it. I'm sure you guys know, exactly what I'm talking about. And I feel it, Dee Dee, the connection that we have is beautiful. And just think in time, guys, how what this is going to look like. But they were bringing through more of the meditation thing. I'm going to try different things. Believe that. I'm not just a missionary type of gal. No pun intended. By the way, I did have 2 missionaries show up on my porch today from Latter-day Saints. I said, I don't think I'm going to be your guy, but I'll take your card. It's not that I don't appreciate what you're doing, but there's no way I would ever be able to influence, and nor would I just don't see it aligning. Maybe in the future, you know what I mean? But time wasters, and I'm sorry to say that, but I see it for what it is, you know what I mean? Well, Christ sure loves you. And I said, well, Christ loves you too, and best way to get through things is with Jesus Christ. And I get it, but my dialogue is different. You know what I mean? And for me, it's like talking to somebody in Spanish and I don't know a fucking lick of it. And I can see that you're crying and you're talking in Spanish and you're doing, and my emotional intelligence is saying, okay, this motherfucker's going through something and I think he wants me to be there for him. But then the other side of me is like, I don't know, And it's not attached to my heart space because you're just not pulling on my motherfucking heartstrings. Because where I come from is down south. It's been drugs, addiction, heartbreak, poverty, fucking people getting robbed, killed, murdered, slain, fucking mind manipulation, corrupt police. You know what I mean? We've lived two different worlds. You know? It's not you, it's me. It's not you, darling. It's me. It's always been me. And that's the thing I'm getting to. If I could bring you over here and get your attention, let me give you my card for Angel Dynasty Master Builder Guardian Oracle 33. That's a mouthful, right? You don't want to hear that? And I don't... Can you feel me, though? I thought a marky mark right now. Can you feel me? Can you feel me, brother? How do you correlate? You see, it's just like trying to translate moving into spirituality first contact for even spiritualists. Could you imagine a Christian? Holy fuck! The Lord picked me being Jesus. Where you know what I mean? It's I guess our responses would be different if I'm trying to point out any differences without judging. For us, we're like, holy fuck, this shit's really happening. Hand me the bong. I want to at least be high when I'm getting beamed up. Whatever, you get the point. Fuck, I ate the shrooms before they beamed me up. Bad idea. Turns out you planted, you had a few in your pocket, and now they're on fucking Mars because you know what I mean? I didn't know you had those. That's illegal. Now you got fucking shrooms on Mars. You know? Talk about inventors. Shit's so funny. Shit's so funny. What up, Valhalla Dragon? Thank you, Casey. Good night, y'all. Yeah, if you only knew. Oh, girl love. I know. Down, Simba! Sup? Hi, Morgan. What up? Haven't seen you for a minute. Count me in. Cosmic Mirror. Very nice smile. Thank you. Well, this read has probably been one of my favorites, guys, that I've done in a long time personally. I think it's one because it just is. You know, it's that time. But I forgot why else it's my favorite read. I don't know why else it's... I see even there, I was fucking gone. Shit, it can be... See, that's what I'm saying. It gets crazy, and I'll be in a dead-ass channel, and then all of a sudden... Bertha comes out of my mouth, and I'm like, excuse me, ma'am, we're in the middle of a channeling. I'm going to need you to take 2 steps back and literally have a nice day. It's multi-dimensional, baby. Yeah. Yeah, thank you guys for subbing. If you guys haven't subbed and you dig my vibe, my reads are all different for the most part. I mean, there might be 2 or 3 that kind of run in congruent with one another, but outside of that, you'll find a much diversity here on this channel. If you're interested in a personal read with me that's not general and you want to get into your spiritual gifts or healing modalities, I'm also now working with the Pleiadian Council of bring forward other healing modalities. So if in that read you want to do some stuck energy work or releasing of old attachments to the emotional body, I am now helping with that. I have no certification other than being a starseed, and I work with the Holy Spirit, the Christ consciousness. So it's up to you. If you do, you can ask me for that when you want the personal read, and we can do that and just call on your higher self, and we'll scan your body together and see what has stayed stuck through the emotional or the metaphysical body, I want to say, and we'll get that energy off and get the physical vessel feeling better so you can get some energy back within you. I've done this with about 3 other people so far, and I have gotten emails from each of them saying how much different, because it's them. I have them call back their power from pain, from hurt, from, and I have them reach in there and call that back, and I just hold the space. Because together intention is very powerful. So if you're interested in a personal read, they're hour long for $65. If you want a 30-minute read, those are $35. You can email me at angeldynasty33@gmail.com. I do live collective reads. I've done some elemental reads. You guys are welcome here. Welcome to this space. It's a safe space. We love everybody. We talk the most shit up in here, and we're silly. So, you know, if you vibe with that, some old outlaw fucking down south, fucking up north, you know, some Canadians, if you want to come and chill with the kids from the School of Hard Knocks, we're like the fucking alternative school of fucking spiritual children over here. We're the misfits, but we fit so good when we do. God, I'd hate to see us all at a fucking bonfire and a fucking week camp trip, huh? God, the fun we'd have. Oh boy, the laughs, man. The laughs. Oh gosh. We'd have our shroomers in the corner doing the shroomers. I think that would be so cool for everybody to take shrooms and go lay back on a blanket and just fucking it summons our rides. Excuse me, alien sir. Do you think you could give us a ride? We're a little lost out here. We get a piggyback ride from fucking Sasquatch. I fucking told you guys. Woo! Believe it or not, how did we get here last night? Well, it's a funny story. I got pictures. You're like, bullshit. You're all like, hold me by my feet. Sasquatch is holding you up. You're like, look, no hands. Did we just become best friends? Oh my gosh, did you get his number? No, he doesn't have a phone. He says you have to, we're all up on the mountaintop. What's wrong with those guys? Oh, they're just saying goodbye. To what? That's on a need-to-know basis, and you will know. See? You can't. This side of the world is so much fun when you just let her rip, you know what I mean? And just step into the seventh circle of wonders. Come on! Come on! Oh my gosh. Eugene, he Tarzan. Took a magical carpet ride. KK. Oh my gosh, dude, I love you so much. It's gonna happen. I think I manifest it, and then we all have these thoughts. See, we just shared a fucking epic thought. I get Sasquatch first. God, I hope he's single. Do you think he likes bald women? Am I too short? How tall do you have to be to ride the ride? And I can incorporate teaching the trimming for that thing. You do have one, don't you? It just better not be one of those Pee Wee Herman tricks. Fat guy in little coat. Richard, what'd you do? I don't know, Dick. I don't know, Dick. I just work here and it's my first day. But this is my friend Sasquatch. He doubles as an astronaut. Who is that behind? Who is it? Who is that pretty little kitten in the window? Is that you, Cletus? I've made first contact. Well, I expected the Rocky Mountains to be a little rockier than this. Back behind the hide, it's a whole fucking cove. Sasquatch's a walking planet. Damn. The whole time. See? Sure you want a pretty girl like me? Fuck, I'll take you on a ride. You're gonna love my friends. They don't eat you. You gotta be fear-free to come on this ride. So you can be as tall as you are. So you're saying there's a chance. Oh my gosh. Spiritual, read my ass. Okay, what are you, a fortune teller? Who do you know what the fuck I'm talking about? Now look at the cock look at the cock calling the pedal black. That's some funny shit. The cock's built like a fucking pedal. The one on the right, we're gonna be okay. Gotta go. I gotta go. Kisses from Idaho, you guys. This is inappropriate. This is an inappropriate channeling. The Galactic Council of Light, they're up there like this. We'll see what happens when she stops following her soul. Dun dun dun! Oh. You guys are welcome. I love you. Thanks for laughing with me. See, even though it's dead silence in here, it's not. I'm laughing. I mean, I'm sure you guys are laughing on the inside. Do any of you guys ever laugh out loud? Do you ever laugh out loud when you're watching the channel? Sasquatch and Casey. Oh my gosh, dude, I do have it. My truck's name's Bigfoot. I love Sasquatch. Fuck yeah. It's my shit. If I could get a man, okay, I gotta live in the woods. I don't ever gotta go grocery shopping. I'm fucking good. And I got my hair. Yes. You guys be laughing out loud? Laughing hard, my kids stare at me. I know, laughing is so good for the soul, huh, Cosmic Mirror? Fuck, and then I know, we just did one big manifestation again. I hope Bill gets back on and watches this part, because I know that motherfucker laughs. Dude, I know he laughs. I don't know why, but when I think of Bill, I think of him on a river, or like a bay, kind of tied off in a boat that has a house in it to the dock. I don't know why, but I see that for him. I should probably tell him that. Sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. And your son, tell him to drop the bag, Sasquatch. Drop the bag, Sasquatch. My kids are nuts, dude. Alright, guys. I want to manifest more bearded Sasquatch hair. Do you? Well, you got it. I like a good beard, man. Man, if I was a guy, I'd have a fucking sexy ass beard. Swear to God, that shit be fucking lined up looking so good. Oof. If I had a beard, man, it would be on like Donkey Kong. My shit would be looking fresh. And if I was going bald, I'd shave that shit. I'd be all slick back on the top with fucking old pimp style fucking moonshiner, them bootlegger look. Fuck yeah. My shit would be sweet, and I'd have that mustache where it fucking curled out right here with the big old fucking biker beard. My shit'd be fucking sweet. Yep, all for the utmost, the highest, and greatest good. Okay, so I'm gonna close this out. How dare I send back any energy that does not belong to me in the condition in which it was sent. I sever any energetic ties to myself and send them back with love and light to those in the upright. I call back all of my energies and all of my power throughout the universe in any interdimensional space or time lapse. So let it be, and I trail and transmute that with the universal law of love and light. I now close out any energetic gateways. Thank you, Archangel Michael. At this time, I just want to, if you guys want to come in alignment and attention with me, to send out a huge wave and vibration of love, light, awakening, activation through DNA. Just think about others' DNA and activating them. Know they're your soul family, your star family that are here in a flesh, walking around not knowing who you are. Call back your soul family. Call back those that you align with. I send a mass wave of that recognition and enlightenment to permeate over the human being, so that the soul, so we can start walking in this soul. I just bring in a frequency of my own in alignment with others in the collect. Break those chains off. Any untruths, any hidden energies. Call off all the dark energy of any of the light workers, light beings, those lost souls. May we be a beacon of light and shine brighter. May the illusions fall. May their DNA be upgraded. We send mass amounts of angels, awakening, spirit helpers, teachers, beings in the physical into these people's lives to give them a helping hand and to show them the way. May we all shine brightly for these souls, and may we all come into alignment for the highest good. The abundance is here for all of us to share in such a beautiful way. May we recognize that. Thank you, galactic star beings, ancestors, fairies, fae, Jesus Christ, ascended masters, archangels. Ratati sherotutati papapi tigi sherotutati asharate ke papapi ratitiro yeshakrotati. At this time I wrap our planet in a golden light, and that represents truth, honest, and integrity that encompasses the true genetics of our being, and may it hold that activation and inspire it to grow and activate on a mass level for the highest good in alignment with the universe. So mote it be. Lots of love, lots of love, lots of compassion, lots of patience. I just send that out. May it carry in the wind, in the sun, in the trees, in the earth. May we awaken and intertangle with the crystalline grid throughout Gaia, and let her be our helper and us in that way be led. So mote it be. All right, guys, thank you for coming into alignment with that. That is very powerful. It does send out such a wave. That's where our power is at right there. Intention, imagination, connectivity, excitement. Spirituality is not hard. It's not supposed to be hard. You know, when you trust in the path, it's scary. It might feel a little fearful, but you ain't gonna get, when you're at rock bottom, it don't get much worse than that. All you can do is turn it around and think of a new way of being. If you're lost in the night, seek for somebody that holds the light, and that looks like truth, integrity, somebody who has unconditional love. Find it within yourself, because I'm going to tell you that person right there is the one that holds all of it. And when you have that in yourself, then you can see it in others, and then you vibrate at a rate that calls those people in, and then you create this community and tribe that reaches out in a deeper level to pull them from the trenches, from the streets, from the drugs, and we create these healing modalities and new reality that we can pull here for healing through for humanity. And that's what we're doing it step by step. So thank you guys all for choosing to awaken. Thank you for hitting the like and subscribe button. Thank you for every way that you donate and help support me to be able to do this. I am so grateful for all of it. Personal reads, Angel Dynasty, the number 33 at gmail.com. Thank you guys so much. Kisses from Idaho. Accountability, honor, courage, commitment. I love you guys. Be safe and be brave.